Hello there guys and welcome back to Valhaven. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since we've been on the channel. I don't know if you've seen my community posts, but I've been away for a couple of weeks. So obviously haven't been posting content during that time. So look, welcome back, episode number 13 here in Valhaven. We are very excited to be back. We've had some additional content drop recently, which is obviously very exciting whenever that happens. We're not specifically going to be talking about that today. I've obviously missed the boat in terms of explanatory videos around the new content and DLC. But yeah, we will be using that stuff in the very near future in future episodes. So yeah, today what we want to do is very much focus on just tidying up Valhaven, expanding on some of the work that we've been doing previously in the town, in the city, and yeah, just push ourselves forward onto future episodes. So let's have a quick look and a quick recap of where we left things. So we built our new rail network last time out, so we did a quick speed build. So we've got this lovely little train station here, which is now supporting the town of Kenwick over in the north, as we see this train coming in. All aboard. So yeah, this is quite nice. So this now obviously runs from Kenwick over here in the north back through into our town centre over by Havelka Timber, and then out of the city via the sort of mainline network that sits over here. So yeah, that's where we left things last time out. So getting our Sims in and out and around the city, which is lovely. It's all very nice indeed. So today what I want to focus on is university. So you'll remember previously we built this temporary university building that you see here. This was just a stopgap until we got to a point where we were happy to build a university complex using the DLC, and we're there. Look, we're going to use campus today, and we're going to dive in over into the north and build our campus in this spot here. So this is going to be very much a small campus area. We don't want anything sort of too fancy over here. We just want to remove that temporary building that we had down in the south, and then allow our Sims to come to a proper university campus. So yeah, we're going to use this kind of small space over here over by Kenwick where we have our rail line. So what I'm doing first off is just quickly reintroducing our coastal road that we deleted previously to give us space to build the train track. So I just want to bring this back in because we will use this eventually. So this is just a very temporary design, just making sure that we're going back through the sort of bridges that we've got here underneath our highway and our train line, because this will eventually go out into whatever we start building over here, connecting back onto 4-lane roads, etc, etc. You guys know the drill by now with me and coastal roads. I absolutely love them. Cool. So yeah, we're going to use this small space here. Now this obviously is a very small area. I'm sure some of you build massive expansive campuses. We may do that further down the line in a bigger space of land, but for now I just want to bring in a smaller campus area, just to kind of satisfy the needs of the town as it is today, and then further down the line, once we unlock more assets and more types of university campuses, we will start to build on the city's needs and the campuses that we have around the city. So yeah, this is going to be very, very small, very sort of light touch for now. So you remember last time out we built in this very temporary recycling centre. So I'm just going to move that quickly over to here. It's not going to bother anyone because there's no homes sort of in this vicinity, but it's going to continue to sort of satisfy the needs of the area. So yeah, we're going to be quite happy to just move him over there. We do need to give everyone over here some water, so this will get built out, so we might as well just bring our pipes all the way across. It's going to be good. Make sure we hook that in. Perfect, everyone is happy. Cool, so let's have a quick initial discussion around design and my thoughts of this, what this area is going to look like. So I kind of want the campus to sit just behind this train station here. I want it to be like a focal area for people who are coming into the city, maybe from the mainline network, entering the sort of area of Kenwick here in the north and going into downtown beyond. You're going to come past this university campus, whether it be on the highway or via train, etc. So yeah, I kind of want this to be kind of encompassed within this design that we've got over here. So I'm going to very much use this road network to give us a space to build in. So yeah, hopefully this works out quite nicely. So I'm going to start just by grabbing these 2-lane roads with the median grass. And I basically want to come through the train network here and then come all the way across and down. So we basically then have this road that connects into the 4-lane road but runs parallel with the train line, and I think that's got quite a nice little aesthetic here, but it also just allows easy access for people who are now going to be in this campus to get to and from the trains. We can build some walkable paths obviously, but then they've also got access to this 4-lane road here and obviously easy access to the highway. So yeah, it's going to be a busy area, so we want to make sure they've got plenty of access to our networks, so that's going to be good. And then what I want to do is place in a unique building in here, and I've got one in mind. So I want to use the Statue of Wealth. I think this looks fantastic outside of university campuses. It just really fits the area for me. So I want to place this in here because this is where my campus main building is going to sit. And if we look there, this kind of lines up perfectly with the sort of rectangular shape of the train station. So if we place this in, we can already see we've got quite nice views from here. But if you're actually in the train station itself, you can see this wonderful statue just sitting just out here. So it's quite nice views if you're just arriving into the city. So yeah, I think that's quite nice. And then I just want to encircle this with a road network. So I'm actually just going to move to the 2-lane road with median trees just for this section. And I want to leave a small gap of 2 either side. Yep. Perfect. So these nodes are quite close together. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many problems, but we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I think this is quite a nice look. And then if we draw in our campus area, so grab our campus painter, and I just want to paint this whole section here. So like I say, very small. It's not going to be anything too drastic. We're just going to get a few assets in here. But yeah, so now we've painted our campus area. We can come into our education tab, look at our campus assets available. So we don't have the Liberal Arts College yet, obviously, and the university campus area. We only currently have the trade school campus area. So we are going to use this for now, but as I say, in future episodes when we build bigger campuses, I'm probably going to use the Liberal Arts College. I really like that. So yeah, but for now this will do. It's going to fit in quite nicely with the town of Kenwick. So let's place that in, and very similarly to sort of like our farms and our forestry area, once we place the main building, we unlock some additional buildings. But before we look at those, this is kind of the vibe and the aesthetic that I was looking for. So we've got this lovely statue here and then this amazing main building. It is really, this is one of my favourite buildings. I think it looks amazing. But again, if we look at that view for, if say you're waiting at the platform here, you've got this lovely view of this campus building out here with this amazing statue. So yeah, I just think this is great. So yeah, this is kind of the vibe that I was looking for. So yeah, it's going to give us the start. So we've now unlocked from doing that the dormitory where our Sims will come and stay while they're at college or at school. We're also getting the study hall where obviously they can go to study. We get the groundskeeping building as well. We also get a book club, which is a lovely asset. I love it. And we also get the police academy. So this is quite a large asset. I don't think we're going to use this in here. We may do, but I'm not sure yet. It's just quite a big asset for a small sort of college space. So yeah, let's dive in and crack on with the build, shall we? So if we come back in here, what I want to do is just grab some paths and start bringing in some dormitories so we can start getting those places for our Sims to come and stay. Now I don't want them too close to the road. I also don't want them too close to the highway. Now we are going to have this busy train line here, so I also think you wouldn't necessarily be too close to this, but look, it's a college, right? You're not going to be too disappointed if you are that close. So I just want to bring a path down and just see what this is saying in terms of vibe. So if I bring that into there like so, I think that's going to be a good starting point. And then grab one of our dormitories, and I just want to place this as close to that sort of connector path, if you will, as possible, and just see what that looks like in terms of a view. So yeah, if I'm on the highway, I'm kind of coming in, I've got this lovely sort of main building, and I can also see the dormitories. I think I'm going to be quite happy with that. So let's get a few of these coming in. So I want these quite close together, but I do want to see if I can just sneak a path through the middle. So if I come through by 7 on either side, I think that's going to be good. And then do 7 here as well. And then do another one in here. So that should fit quite snug in there. Lovely stuff. And then again, get that as snug to that path as possible. I'm just going to need to extend this slightly. Get that right in, basically until the point where that path is going to delete itself, which is around about there. Perfect. And then same on the other side. Perfect. So now we've got 4 sort of dormitory buildings. So again, they are quite close to this rail line, but I think it's got quite a nice vibe. Yeah, so that doesn't look too bad. I think this is one of the new train assets, by the way. Yeah, I think it might be. So we'll look at that further on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by trains. But yeah, I think this isn't too bad a vibe. And if you do live in one of these ones, I don't know, maybe we're giving you a discounted rate for staying in those rooms. Yeah, just to help you out a little bit, you know, we're nice like that. So let's now just bring this path in. We want to basically encircle the dormitories. So let's come off our road guidelines. I don't actually know. Let's delete this one quickly. Yeah, so let's come off of our road guidelines and then just encircle this. Perfect. Yep, that's going to look good. And then we can reintroduce this, obviously, and then bring you up like so. So this is going to be sort of the main living quarters of the area. Once we decorate this up as well, I think it's going to look really cool. But yeah, so that's going to be quite nice. So now we just want to bring in some sort of study areas to allow our Sims to sort of go about their business, do their work. And I want to think about, I think I'm going to flatten this area over here out some more. So let's just dig this area out, push that right up against the highway. Maybe not that much. Probably want to tidy that up a little bit. It seems to have got a little bit messy, so we'll come to that probably in detailing time lapse later. But yeah, that's good. So it's given us plenty of room to work with. And I want to bring in, what do I want to do first? So yeah, I want to bring in the study hall. So I actually think I want this sort of up against this road over here. So I'm going to bring a path right up against this. And it's purely going to be aesthetic because, I mean, people can walk along the paths anyway. But yeah, I just want this to fit snug up against this road. And that's going to look quite nice. And then we should then have a perfect space here to fit in our study hall. Yeah, that's good. So if you're entering the town, maybe off the highway, you'll then see this study hall here. I actually think I want to flip this round. Yeah, I do. So let's flip this. Let's come the other way. Perfect. It's going to be better. So yeah, you can drive in, you're driving past into the town of Kenwick, and you can drive past this lovely sort of administrative looking building, and then yeah, into the campus area itself. So yeah, I think already we're getting quite nice vibes out of this. I'm aware of the electricity symbols. I'm just completely ignoring them for now whilst we get things in motion. So to sort of bridge the gap here in terms of electricity, I think I'm going to put in our book club somewhere in the center here. So I want to bring in another little path. So again, let's come into here, and I want to see if I can just bring in a nice path at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, I think that's going to look quite nice. So let's just bring this down. That's not going to work. So again, we're going to hug this road here, and it's purely aesthetic. Yeah, I think that's actually going to work quite nice. Yeah, so nice like 45-degree angle road path, sorry, coming through here. And then I just want the book club to sit probably this way. Yeah, it's going to look quite nice. So again, you've then got the book club kind of sitting next to this main building. I absolutely love this asset. I think it looks really cool. It is quite small compared to the other assets, which it doesn't really help it. But I think if you kind of use these layers of height again, use this as like a central asset sitting between sort of two higher buildings, I think it does look quite nice. So yeah, I think that's going to look quite cool in there. So yeah, we've now connected the electricity as well, which is awesome. It's a very good thing. So we've used pretty much all the assets. We do need to place our trade school groundskeeper. So I'd like to put this up against the road. No particular reason. I just think, look, he's a groundskeeper. He's probably going to want access to the road. He's got his little car as well. So yeah, kind of as you come in, the groundsman or the groundskeeper, he can kind of get easy access in and out. So yeah, I think that's quite nice sitting in there. Cool. So let's have a little look at our information tab, shall we? So kind of the key thing here is making sure that we're getting up to the appropriate levels to allow us to expand or level up the campus area. So we've got capacity over here for 500 students, which is fantastic, but we're only actually currently satisfying 38 of those. So the main reason for that, if we come into our education tab over here and into university, so we've currently got 1,600 eligible citizens, but most of them are attending this one over here. So this very temporary one that we built. So now that we've built in some capacity in our new campus area, I'm just going to delete that. And look, you tell me in the comments if that's a bad idea. I don't know, people halfway through their education, are they now going to be impacted by that? Who knows? You tell me. But what that should now do is push this up very quickly, and you'll see straight away, yeah, that's diving right up. So we're pretty much going to hit that student capacity very, very quickly. Lovely. Well, we're almost there, almost at 400. So if we quickly come back into here, and into our universities, that has pushed us into the yellow very slightly, because we're now got capacity for 1,650 and we have 1,624-ish eligible citizens. So we've got enough capacity at the moment. We're just going to have to keep a really close eye on this, because we're going to have to increase capacity as we push through. But for now, this is going to give us a start, right? This is going to be that small town university vibe that we were looking for. And yeah, it's just going to kind of kick off the city's real campus infrastructure. So, which is great. So yeah, this is a good start for our campus zone. So what we'll do, we'll decorate this up later. We are going to add more assets into here, even though it is going to be a small campus. I'm probably going to add at least one more dormitory in here as well. But yeah, we're not going to get too much bigger, but we will add some stuff, but we want to decorate this up at the same time. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. Cool. So the next thing that I want to do today is go back to our town centre and our trams. So you'll remember we built a sort of very brief tram network. So our trams kind of come out from the town centre area, allowing people to get into Medeiros and Medeiros Harbour, and that was pretty much it. That's all we did. So we kind of connected people all the way up. They can get to our sort of nature reserve that sits over here, but we didn't go much further. So what I want to do now is have this tram line come through across up here, across the river, into our seaside resort, and then eventually over into this area over here. So it's obviously going to take quite a lot of infrastructure work. We're going to have to do some sort of terraforming. We're going to have to change roads. There's going to be a lot of work that goes into doing this. So I'm actually going to time lapse this very quickly, and then we can come back and have a quick discussion afterwards. So yeah, give me a few minutes. We will be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. Yeah, I mean, I've messed around quite a lot with that. I'm not sure how happy I am with the outcome, but look, proof will be in the pudding if it works. So we're just on board here. Got quite a steep slope coming over there. So we built this bridge sort of going across over into our seaside resort. Um, so you'll see these sort of trams coming across and in. So what I did is I removed the um, key that we had in here originally, and introduced this tram line as kind of like a sort of side to the road network that we had coming through, and then some little sort of path networks coming in. So this now just kind of adds an additional layer to the seaside resort, and then we have the tram network coming across. Let's come out of this mode. Coming across the river here, so we will tidy this up. I did this sort of very temporarily. Eventually this probably will just be an additional road that comes into the seaside resort. Yeah, the tram line now comes across into our new campus area, and already you'll see this is getting quite busy, because people can now get to and from the train station, from Kenwick and the new campus, and then eventually this will run off into our new sort of area over here. So during time lapse we also purchased this square, so we can start building in that area later. So yeah, look, I think that's a good start. So perhaps not the best line coming through. I think once we decorate this and detail it up, it's going to look a lot better, but for now it's very sort of quick and dirty. The only bit I wasn't really comfortable with was this little bend here. It's very steep, but I think I could probably get on board with it. I just didn't want to go all the way around the roads. I wanted some sort of separation between the tram and the roads, but you know, I think it's going to work. We're just going to have to be careful of traffic, because we've now got two tram lines coming through here, and this roundabout in particular might start getting a little bit busy, but look, let's see. So cool. I'm going to leave it there, guys, but before we do sign off, I'm just going to do a little bit of minor detailing. Nothing too major. As I say, it's been a while since I played the game, so I just kind of wanted to jump back in and do some recording and get our campus in. So it's going to be sort of very light touch, and then in future episodes we can get back into it sort of heavily. Our trams are getting a lot of use here, so this is really good to see. Cool. So yeah, leave that with me for 2 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, cool, guys. So we didn't really do a lot of detailing there, as I'm sure you would have seen. We just added all of our sort of Valhaven palette of trees around this area, just to kind of cover up some of that nasty looking sort of road network and train line network. But yeah, it just kind of adds an additional vibe if you're coming in from the highway, for instance. You've got these trees kind of covering the campus area. But yeah, the campus area itself will continue to be decorated as we build more assets, but that's going to need to level up. You would have also seen, or you may have seen, I purchased an academic work. So I provided funding for artisanry. So one of our sort of level requirements is to have 2 academic works. I'm not going to go into how you do it, because I'm sure you all know by now, but it's just easier just to purchase these. We had plenty of money, so thought, why not? We've got our student capacity, so hopefully in the next episode we should level this up and get some more assets that we can start using. But yeah, for now I think this is going to be a good look. The only other thing that we did, so again we just reintroduced our Valhaven tree palette over here, just to kind of tidy this area up a little bit. We will get back into this and add some rocks etc around here, just to kind of really tidy this bit up. But I do want to venture into this area, so I don't want to touch this until we do that. So that's probably going to be next episode we do that. And then I just came back into our roundabout over here, because we had previously deleted our fencing and trees to allow for this new tram road to come in and across. So I've just reintroduced that. So again, I think this is quite a nice little vibe over here. I'm a really big fan of this, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully you guys are as well. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for today, guys. So yeah, very sort of snappy episode. As I say, I feel a bit rusty, to be perfectly honest with you, after a couple of weeks off. So drop me your feedback down below. But hopefully the next episode is a bit better for you if you didn't enjoy this one. But hopefully you did enjoy it, you know. We've done some good stuff here. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. But yeah, hopefully next time we'll dive into some of the new content as well. I really want to get working on that sort of seaside resort. I want to get a new park built in on that little island that we've got. I want to continue building our campus area. We're going to expand into the new square that we developed. So I want to get some sort of more high density residential and shopping in there. Yeah, so we're on the expansive now, we're on the up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments what you thought, what you want to see in future episodes. I also want to name the campus area, so let me know some comments of what you'd like to see the campus area be named. But yeah, I will leave you with those thoughts, guys. As always, have an absolutely wonderful evening, afternoon, morning or night, wherever you are in the world. Please make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe. But yeah, I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you very, very much.